I sit listening to another of Matao's long-winded lectures, my mind wandering far from the scribbles on the dirty blackboard. Since I called Lily, my mind's been drawn in two directions. Both roughly led to the same conclusion. I started to feel oddly detached from my past life. It's only been a month and a half since I arrived here, yet this school's become a second home. I've gained new friends and contacts, managed to get to grips with the school's lifestyle and culture, and become accustomed to the quirks of my classmates. To become used to a school where disabilities are the norm rather than the rare exception still catches me off guard. Sometimes when I think on it. The same school that's populated by burn victims, amputees, the blind, the deaf, and all manner of disabilities in between. If someone had described this school to me before I'd come, I'd have shrugged it off as an overreactive imagination. Even when I first arrived, I felt like the Dutch coming to this strange new land for the first time. It's amazing how quickly one becomes used to the environment they're forced to live in, really. And now I've even found someone that's got me entirely smitten. What a strange life. Before my mind can wander any further, though, I find a page of lined paper slipped under my distracted face. The garish, bright pink ink has no doubt been penned by Misha. Don't look so bored, Hee-chan. School's nearly over. 3-day holiday. Alright, we get Saturday and Monday off. Can't complain about having less school, I suppose. I uncap my pen and scribble on the page before covertly passing it back to her, flicking my eyes to the front of the class every now and then. Matao continues scrolling away arcane equations and formulas on the board. I'm guessing you have something planned? Misha takes the paper back and hunches over it comically, even for her with her tongue poking through the side of her mouth. Did she misinterpret my expression as depressed, and is she trying to cheer me up? Student council work with Shi-chan, of course. You're not still brooding over that, surely. But Hee-chan could have helped us poor lonely girls. I'd lend you a hand for today if I weren't going to be busy. Oh, naughty, naughty Hee-chan. Oh my god. I'm just going to meet Lily with Hanako. I don't know what you've got going through your head. So Lily's back? Yeah, she's coming on the evening flight with her sister, so she'll be back in school next week. As she takes the note back and begins to write, I look up to see an unwelcome sight. Oh, did Matao see me? Yep. While I frantically try to silently catch Misha's attention, Matao confidently strides through the gap between the desks from the front of the class, his intent gaze focused directly on her. She suddenly stops writing as his tall figure casts an imposingly long shadow over the page. He silently takes a piece of paper from her and begins to read. Oh my god. Setting bullets, I quickly glance around the class, noting their complete silence. Of course, it would just have to be the one thing that actually gets their attention during the lesson. After a scant few seconds examining the page, he rolls the paper up into a small tube and lightly bops Misha over the head with it. Half an hour until you can hop off to the student council. I think you can hold on until then. Misha's face cracks as the entire class erupts into laughter. He might well be awkward, but he knows how to handle her excellently. I probably feel sorry for her if I weren't as busy stifling my own laughter. Man, he got her good. Hasayo, is that one it? No, I think that's some foreign airline. And so the third aircraft they're not on comes in to land. For the past half hour, we've been whiling away at the time with small snippets of pointless chatter. Lily and Akira's flight has been delayed, and at this rate, it'll probably be dark before their plane arrives. Is that one it? No, the company colors are wrong. Hanako's eyes flutter left and right, following the trickle of people in and out of the huge glass doors ahead of us. Fortunately, nobody pays her much heed, their attention apparently directed towards greater things. Maybe that one is it. No, I think that's... Hold on a minute. I think that one might be it after all. Oh, is it? It takes still some more time before the billboard changes their flight status to disembarking. Oh, great. A loud yawn sneaks up on me, not allowing enough time to stifle it. My sleep patterns have once again been all over the place, likely due to a mix of... likely due to a mix of worrying about Hanako and the side effects of my medications. Hisaya over there. I look to Hanako, then follow her gaze to the airport door. Oh Lily, they're here. Really? We all call out to each other in greeting, quickly shuffling over to the side to avoid blocking the passage of others. Lily! Aww. Hanako jumps forward to hug Lily, a wide smile on her face being all that's needed to see her happiness at Lily's return. Lily simply smiles in return, her voice soft. It's wonderful to meet you again, Hanako. As the two give each other a hug, well deserved after all that's happened while she was gone, I turn to Akira. Yo, you're pretty late. Yeah, there was a really bad storm over the airport. We got drenched just going from the car to the door. I guess you'll appreciate the weather here more than welcome back to you too, Lily. Hanako breaks off from Lily as I speak. For a long time, neither of us say a word. Contrary to what I thought her homecoming would be like, the atmosphere feels awkward, almost stifling. Both of us try to guess each other's feelings, not quite sure about what should be said. Damn, this is exactly what I feared when I thought of trying to move things forward between us. Lily runs her hand through her fair hair and awkwardly twirls one of her bangs in her fingers, clearly trying to think of how best to react. Eventually, thankfully, Lily gives a small sigh and breaks the silence. Thank you, Hisaya. It's nice to be back. Are you okay? You look tired. Evidently not recollecting herself all that well, she quickly waves her hand in front of her face to stave off any concern Hanako may have over her. I'm okay, really. It's just a bit of jet lag. Weak. You don't have any? She simply gives a big grin, puffing out her modest chest. Modest chest. I feel absolutely fine. I mean, it's obvious that she's flat. Look at her. That's not fair. Huh. Haha, oh well, you shouldn't take too long to get rid of it. That's right, Hisaya. Yeah. Don't we have a holiday from school soon? I'd have forgotten if Misha hadn't reminded me this morning. We've got a 3-day weekend starting from tomorrow. Akira playfully bumps her elbow lightly into Lily's side, grinning. Told you wouldn't miss it. You have something planned? If neither you nor Hanako are busy, I've got no plans, so something to do would be appreciated, Hanako. No, nothing. That's not good. I was thinking we could go to my family's summer house for a bit of quiet over the break. We've rarely used it recently, though, so we'd have to dust things off a little while we're there. Oh, where is it? Up north in Hokkaido. The place is practically deserted, so it should be a nice quiet break for you guys. You're not coming? Nah, I got a little holiday of my own set up with my boyfriend. I lower my eyes at her, suspicious of her intentions. It sounds like we're just cleaning up the summer house for you. That's perhaps a valid conclusion. Both of us zero in on Akira, her face somewhat evasive. Looks like we were right. That's just a convenient bonus, really. Me and the guy left it in pretty good condition last we were there, I promise. Now then, I'm out of here. Already, Akira? She quickly turns and walks away, her hand held high. See ya in a few days, guys. Oh, there she goes. She's gone. Lily and I can only sigh at her hasty retreat. It does sound like it would be nice. It would be a nice place to go. Lily gives an enthusiastic nod, taking her carry bag in one hand and placing her other on Hanako's shoulder for guidance as we begin to make our way to the taxi area. Okay, sorry, I was not responding for a sec. After the fracas of the past few days, spending a weekend in the country alone with her and Hanako sounds like a dream. The more I think about it, the more sure I am. This will be the right time and place to confess my feelings to her. Oh, there we go. So yeah, I mean, like, obviously didn't confess her feelings on the phone. When he said I miss you, then in my mind I was like, oh, okay, that didn't happen. Of course I didn't say it, so that's what I'm talking about. Tell it to her face to face. Oh, and actually, to be honest, I'm pretty sure that would be the moment where, you know, maybe something a little saucy might happen. The morning chill wraps itself around my shivering body. I hop into my cupped hands and desperately try and stave off the cold as we mill about on the station platform. Lily's clothing looks rather ill-suited for the temperature around us. I can only hope it's indicative of what she expects the weather to be like at our destination. Damn it, Lily, why did we have to get here so early? Unfortunately, the train schedule is against us. The next train to Hokkaido is at 2 in the afternoon. Great, just great. I pause a moment to wipe some sleep out of my eyes, and Lily promptly takes advantage of the opening. Cheer up, Hisaya. Once we get there, it'll be much warmer. Why not just take the bullet train? A normal train's going to take hours to get us there, so we may as well take the Shinkansen line as far north as it goes and just switch at the end. There's a certain charm to older trains, wouldn't you agree? I'd agree if I weren't freezing in the morning cold because we decided to take one. I'm sorry, Hisao. Sorry, what for? I was the one who suggested taking a normal train. Way to make me feel guilty. All I can do is sigh and cover my face with my hand. Aww. It's fine, I'm just grumbling. No, it's fine. Like, don't worry about me, you know. my Hanako, you didn't shoulder all the blame yourself. Even without your suggestion, I'd still have opted for the same thing. Thankfully for the quick interception from Lily, I take a quick gander around the station. Aside from us, the train platform's all but deserted, the morning dew settling on the empty benches. I guess no one else was masochistic enough to braid the very early morning. I mean, don't Japanese people in general, like, just come out really early in the morning? I mean, they're all about, like, time and stuff. Like, fuck, not even I could do something like that. And bear in mind, I used to wake up, like, early in the morning for school at, like, 7 in the morning. It used to be 6:30 in the morning, actually. So, yeah, I don't do that anymore. Which, honestly, I say, in my opinion, it was probably a good thing. It's like, I think it's good for my mental health. I mean, like, sleeping, giving myself more sleep and stuff. I don't know. Yeah, okay. Making sure I already read it. Though if someone was, they'd more than noticed the huge bags both Lily and Hanako brought with them. Just what did you have to pack into those things anyway? The bags? She pauses a moment and tilts her head in thought. A change of clothing, raincoat, underwear, sleepwear, a number of books. I think that's most of it. Oh, books, huh? You make it sound as if I'm unprepared. You brought less? Underwear and a pack of cards. That's it. What the fuck? Just one pair of clothing? Why not, like, get yourself some underwear and some socks and just a few, like, another shirt and pants at least or something. Like, that's just ridiculous. I mean, like, you know, not to say that I overpack, but, you know, I pack the necessities and stuff, you know? It's just kind of strange. But then again, my brother, you know, whenever he goes to a sleepover, I mentioned this before in the video where I said I don't have friends, he goes to a sleepover with just his clothes on. He doesn't bring pajamas or a toothbrush or anything. He just plans it right out of the blue and just sleeps like this with his clothes on. So, you know. And a pack of cards, like, for entertainment. I would have at least brought my 3DS with me. And my pills, but never mind that. No pajamas? Yeah, there you go! He's like my brother. Damn, I knew I forgot something. Okay, I wanted the pajamas, but, you know. As I ruffle my hair in frustration, Lily sighs. He could sleep with just his underwear on. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, don't do that with just... I mean, actually you can if it's just you in one room all by yourself. But if you're gonna share a room with these two, yeah, don't do this. Don't fucking do that. Unless they consent to it, but, you know, I would never do it personally unless we fucked before, but, you know, that's another kind of scenario, so... Lily sighs. There should be clothes you could use there. Akira still occasionally goes there after all, and I think some of our parents' clothing is still in storage. I don't think there'll be any problem with you borrowing a set of pajamas if need be. Thanks. Still, I don't mind just sleeping in my normal clothing. For 2 days? Oh, he's sleeping there for 2 days. And oh, I just realized he didn't pack any, like, toothbrush or toothpaste. I think he just thinks of just going to a convenience store and getting it, because I'm pretty sure they sell stuff like that, you know? Because Japanese convenience stores, let me tell you, they're everywhere. I mean, I haven't been to Japan, but they're everywhere, and they have, like, every single necessity you desire, from what I've heard. So, you know, they're called konbinis, you know? I learned that from Go-Go Nippon, from Game Grumps. So, yeah. Good point. Not really, though 2 days would be borderline. It's more that looking even a little like a slob would be unacceptable while in the presence of two girls. As we leisurely talk on the station platform, an announcement sounds from the loudspeakers loudly heralding our ride's arrival. Looking past Lily and Hanako, excuse me, though, the train's still well out of sight. A quick check of my watch is enough to see that it's the one we'll be taking. The 5:30 train was ours, right? Correct. Either of you want me to take your bags? Mine's not exactly heavy. My, that's very gentlemanly of you, Hasaya. Well, yeah, I mean, two girls gotta carry those bags, you know? I'd do the same. Don't accept too reluctantly now. As I bend down to pick up Lily's large bag, I look up to see Hanako picking up hers. You fine with that? A silent nod's the only answer. I'm starting to get the feeling that by the trip's end, I'll be able to count every sentence she said on one hand. With the morning landscape passing by the window and the occasional rattle of the train bumping the carriage. Oh, what the fuck? Sorry about that. For some reason, I don't know why, the game just, like, immediately flashed and, like, you know, and just went back to my home screen. Let me pause for a sec, because I want to just check if, I just want to check if the thing's still recording, because after what that happened, I now have to make sure. Okay, it's still recording. I don't know what that was about, but thank God. Imagine if that thing just shuts down. I'd be super pissed. I'd be legit pissed off. I'm not kidding. Anyway, so let's continue onward. Okay, with the morning landscape passing by the window and the occasional rattle of the train bumping the carriage around, I try to focus my attention on the aging playing cards held in my hands. I'll raise you 5. She scrunches her face up and leans over to Lily conspiratorially, the two exchanging a few whispered words. Considering how often this has happened so far, I'm coming to doubt Hanako's grasp of how to play poker. It doesn't seem to disturb Lily's reading, though. Her hands flittering over each page, with only occasional corrections to account for the train's bumping and rocking. And also, I just realized, for the record, the game didn't shut down. It actually was still running, but it took me, the player, like, out of it to my home screen for some reason. I don't know why, but the game was still operating at that point. So I just like to clarify that. Kichi creates into the account of the trains bumping and rocking. My collection of chess pieces that we're using as chips steadily growing anyway, so it doesn't really bother me. Looking around us, our carriage is almost as empty as the station platform we'd waited for the train itself on. Only a handful of people can be seen looking mostly like tourists and couples on holiday. While the two continue their less than clandestine strategizing, a small boy looks over the seat and stares at me. Hoping he doesn't begin to stare at Hanako, I simply give him a wave and a smile. Thankfully, he retreats back to his seat after finding me far too boring to waste his attention on. I'll see you and raise you another 5. Damn, you got me, I fold. I've been bluffing and she's caught me. Hanging my head, I push over a large portion of my winnings. Hanako looks absolutely delighted, and even if Lily keeps her attention focused on her reading material, I can see the smirk on her face. They're both extremely pleased. For a moment, I tried to work out what Lily's reading, but the cover is too faded to read beyond the fact that Roman letters are on it. A pity I can't read the braille above the printed title. What are you reading, Lily? The title looks like it's in English. That's right, it's And Then There Were None, an old British story. I could read it to you if you'd like. She extends the offer with a grin, obviously in jest. I think I'll pass, thanks. Oh, that's her house. It looks pretty cozy, I have to admit. After a seemingly endless trip, we finally reached the promised land of the Satao summer house. Even after the train trip, the walk up seemed to take forever. Despite my grumblings, though, I'd have never guessed the sight that would be in store for us once we traveled that long deserted road. It looks more like a farmhouse than the everyday house I'd imagined, small in size and surrounded by trees and bushes. An empty expanse of wheat fields and farming land can be seen as we walk up, the fencing only consisting of rickety old wooden planks. It really drives home how far we are from the major cities and is a sight that feels antithetical to the environment I grew up in. The only thing that doesn't surprise me is its Western styling. Wow, it's amazing out here. It's wonderful. That's nice to hear. While Akira may have said that she's kept the house in reasonable condition, I was worried that we might have different standards of reasonable. It looks like there isn't another soul for miles. I thought Akira would be the type to keep to the city. Lily furrows her brow in thought, seemingly recalling almost forgotten knowledge. For memory, there's a small town not too far ahead. Other than that, though, this is largely just old farmland. Akira and I stayed in our parents' house, which was in the nearest city for a while, but after they left, we decided to move into a smaller, more easily maintainable house. To find a place like this in Japan nowadays, it's kind of anachronistic. Well, this town does have quite a bit of history. I looked down the street one last time before getting back to the task at hand. Shall we go in then? I'm parched. It was a long walk to get here. Lily gives an enthusiastic nod, the three of us lugging our bags into the house. As soon as we set foot inside, Hanako and I start looking around, taking in every detail of where we'll be staying for the next few days. All the artifacts of another's life stopped mid-motion are around the house, such as the television guide lying beside the counter it was on, and pans in the adjoining kitchen still sitting on the stove. It's a strange feeling, really, as if we were stepping into Akira's life for a brief moment, before leaving in a couple of days just as we'd come. Of course, the more mundane reality is that she just hasn't cleaned up after herself that well. Where should we put our bags? I'll show you Hanako. I'll show Hanako to our bedroom. You can put yours here if you like. You mean I don't have the same bedroom as you two? Well, yeah, of course. It's two girls. I mean, it's pretty awkward if one guy sleeps in the same room, you know? Hanako, Hanako flowers into a full blush as Lily takes her cheek in her hand. Yeah, I mean, fucking obvious, right? You're a guy. You can't have, like, share a room with two girls. I mean, it's fucking awkward. What is he thinking? Oh my, how bold. You too. Hold on, if I'm to leave my bags here, where will I be sleeping? On the couch? Well, seeing as we like a guest bedroom. The convertible futon, huh? Sorry, Hisayo. I mean, like, come on, you're a guy. I mean, like, just take it, you know? I sigh, lamenting my place in the bottom rung of sleeping location priorities. Oh god, this guy. That's kind of still funny how he's like, oh, I don't share a room with you too. I mean, fuck, not even I would feel comfortable sharing a room with two girls, alright? Oh my god. Anyway. I guess there's no other choice. Lily leaves to show Hanako to their bedroom, so I take a small tour of my surroundings after I drop my bag on the floor. The kitchen, just like the living room, is fairly modest. The rustic nature of the wooden furnishings drives home just how far we are from civilization. Returning to the living room, I decide to try out the television until they get back with a touch of the remote, where the remote immediately flickers to life. Apparently set to a news channel. Almost flopping down from exhaustion rather than sitting, I lay back and watch. Excuse me, and watch. And watch. And he sleeps. Hisayo? Oh, it's nighttime. I quickly blink to wake myself up, Lily and Hanako having returned minus their bags. From the Hokkaido night sky visible outside the windows, from outside the windows, it looks like I drifted off to sleep. Looking to the wall-mounted clock, it's already 10. You found the television then. Yeah, it really does feel nice and homey here. I'm glad you like it. You were already out like a light when we came back after unpacking our things, so we didn't have the heart to wake you sooner. Judging from her giggle, I must sound funny when I sleep. I swiftly decide not to inquire. There's some dinner waiting for you in the kitchen. Hanako gives a deep yawn, only just remembering to cover her mouth at the last second. My, are you tired? I didn't get much sleep last night. I'm pretty tired too. It was a long walk up here and it's getting late. If that's the case, I suppose we should retire for the night. Good night, Hisayo. Good night. Night. With that, they quietly turn and walk back to their bedroom. Rubbing my eyes, I sigh. I wonder if I'll be able to get back to sleep after being woken up. I suppose I'll eat something and watch some more TV quietly before going to bed. Alright, that's it. Perfect place to stop. So yeah, things are... Now, I'm pretty sure we are very close to the ending. So I'm thinking that this might be either the finale or the second... The gameplay before the finale, so like the second before the end. So I think that's how it's going to be. So yeah, really, really interesting. I'm glad things are going well, so we'll just save and continue next time. Progress successfully saved, and go back to main menu. Go to main menu, yes. So yeah, I don't know what that was about. I wonder if there's gonna be something special that's gonna happen when I wake up. I don't know. But yeah, so anyway, I guess I'm just gonna leave off that on Friday there's going to be a storm coming up in my state, so Of course, I can't go to Good Friday for the church and stuff, and because I have to take my grandparents, and also I'm never gonna drive in the thunderstorm. It's way too dangerous. So that's what's gonna happen. And also on Saturday, apparently I just looked up on Wikipedia. There's going to be the 200th episode of My Little Pony, and I heard it's gonna be something really, really special. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. So yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I will see you all next time.